Hey, man. Every time I do that, all I can think is of Bowie with his Suffragette City. Don't lean on me, man, if you can't afford the ticket. Back from Suffragette City. Um, a new identity, I am being told, is coming my way. A new life. I was seeing that from more than one um, today, or over the last, well, for a while. And but more today, of course, there was a couple of references to, and one of them just seems to be, well, more than one actually seem to be more day oriented than other. And I know at some point we were supposed to begin a new thing without all that stuff that just simply wants to glom on and say we're with you and you're our thing. Just to claim me as theirs simply for their benefit whenever it's like this is not mutual. You're not of the same kind. Can you imagine, you know Mowgli's out there, what was he supposed to be, raised by wolves or something? Can you imagine, Shere Khan and the bear and the snake and all of them, they all conspire together to keep Mowgli there and to keep him convinced that he's just another, wolf cub. Or can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? But whenever I hear people talk about a family member of, and I'm thinking, who in the hell are they talking about? Or rather, what in the hell are they talking about? Because it's like, unless it was a blood family member that I knew personally, okay, I wouldn't consider that to be family. Unless it's a member of the family of, the light. That's family. The white people, those are family. The sky, family. Yeah, yeah. Um, but no one else. The kidnappers, I don't call my family. Nor would I say I was involved in a business or had a job, other than, well, okay. Again, the abused is only the abused. And again, it was just, non-consensual. So if that's ending finally, that'll be good. I saw where the what most people are commonly referring to as the sociopath now, um, where they made some type of an announcement, and it's almost as though they are speaking about themselves and their alternate personality. Like, there's this other person over here that they refer to as a man, a guy, um, who sees or doesn't see this and thinks or doesn't think that, blah, 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 when they're really talking about themselves and that persona that they've been trying to create, I guess, what they wanted to become, I suppose, using my energies. But I'm not supporting um, the witch or anything of the darkness in any way. That's not my role. I'm not here to help them change and become a man or a woman or whatever the hell they want to do. That's not what we do. Um, we don't. It's not my job, not my place, and to in any way grow or support the aims of evil. Not in any way, shape, or form. That and which would be anything, any goals set by the kingdom of darkness to further their aims, their kingdom. So while I might bring people back from being on the wrong side of the fence and help them to return in a sense, and usually I guess that's mostly in a passive way, just by our being. Uh, in a relationship, well, not an actual relationship, but being in such a way that they can be cleansed in through a process. which I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I know they get hot or something, or they go through, emotional, psychological cleansings and stuff like that. But to leave the day for something else, to become not day or to become compromised as, a day that's compromised by this junk over here that's not day. No, we're not going to do that. Okay? So let's be real clear on that. Um, so yeah, the new life thing, it sounded real good. And I liked the one lady. She was talking about, so be prepared, or something. I guess it's because she was saying, "Oh, this is what it was. This is what struck me." She said, some of this could be scary, and it did, because it'll be so easy and so good, and I thought to myself, and supposedly, like, my ability to manifest would be real easy. And I'm thinking, I never was into manifesting things, um, or really anything at all like that, other than, well, if I work like this, I can get the lawn done by blah, 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 and I can get the corn over there done, and then I will get these things over here finished, and I could design blah, 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 and that will facilitate da, 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 very physical world type of material uh, focus, and through material means of actually hammering the things and cutting and digging and the real deal. Um, but yeah, it sounds like, getting things nice would be good. Uh, and if we're supposed to be, if your reality is supposed to be a reflection of yourself, of what's in you, what you've cultivated within, um, and what you're not, then yeah, it'd be really wonderful if we can get to that point where we can actualize that world, because it's a real nice place, a place that people will pay to come and visit, as a matter of fact, where they'll be able to check at the door, the stuff like hate, or they're maybe not, maybe it won't be that easy, but in essence, that's what if I had it, you know, my way about it, I would have a place where they could at least come to the preview areas to find out, what it's like to live without that for a little while, to be clean and free of that, and or to get a taste of what it would be like to be living in Tommy's amusement park or whatever it is. Um, that would be kind of cute, wouldn't it? Just sort of like in the movies. But I am happy about the news. That again, I saw where that person, which looks like the Black Witch to me, the actualization of it, perhaps, was talking about, how their alternate personality, I suppose, realized this and or that, and you know what? There's they were kind of insulting and still in the title and stuff, um, and I saw again, still more positioning, trying to position themselves in some way, like still, and this is that Capricorn bullshit. Like they're in a court case and they have an argument to make, as though they're going to win in some way. And I do believe that if there is a limited amount of times that a person can go around before they're, have been decided as to who and what they are and what they're going to be a part of and the team that they're going to be on, it would seem to me like you'd probably get what, 12 go rounds maybe? I mean, if you're in the karmic system and you go through each one of all of the signs or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it would seem like you'd end with Capricorn. Either that, yeah, it seemed like that'd be. I don't know. No, I don't. I can't really ascribe any real value to the astrology thing. I know it again as a curiosity. It's part of it. You can get something out of it, but you want to go way beyond it. A name came to my mind today, David Huff. He was another Rain Man type of character, I do believe, from my youth. I might have mentioned him before, but he was the first one who he couldn't resist, um, you know, blurting it out. And because, he was special and he wasn't suffering from all of the regular constraints the rest of us utilize to keep things socially acceptable. And he was proclaiming, he often when he came near me, he'd be proclaiming, "Super Judge, Super Judge," and he always seemed very benign, a happy character, and that I remember others, you know, um, gently chiding him, to shh, shh, you're not supposed to blah blah blah. And then there was a young lady I remembered recently who I always thought was a nice lady way back then. Her name was Tammy Church. And I remember she cried a lot. And she cried when she was near us. And I'm just really thankful for people who did care and have cared and do care. I'm very grateful for all of them. Yeah, so this new life thing that's going on, everything, again, we do not accept any of the night, anything that's the enemy, anything that's darkness. We're not signing on with them. We don't have a contract with them. Okay? No binding agreements in which we're forming a kingdom with them or anything like that. I'm day, and we're going to go that way. I know there's been all these movements about, I mean, my gosh, I'm sitting there yesterday and the radio, all of a sudden, I'm like, what the hell am I listening to? And I'm like, uh, is that, is that her? And it was Cool Chick again with her song about not being a sad character who floats down the river, in death because of, love wasn't there. I don't know what the hell that story is. But again, more poetry. Uh, and I know I am not signing up with the devil. I have rebuked and renounced and refused and rejected, repudiated all that is Satan and the demonic, and any agreements they might try to claim to have with me. Because no, we're not family, and we're not of the same house. This is not a house of fire, nor shall it be. I cannot understand why I would say, yeah, that's what I need in my house, some damn fires. No, I can't really see that at all. Do I burn? Nope, I'm not that either. I'm not a burning thing. We're not guilty. We're washed clean. That's done on a regular basis. No matter what, I go out and have axe murders, okay? And I'm still going to come back and be washed clean. That's who I am, okay? That's who I really am. And I heard the other day someone talking about how you've reached, and basically they were trying to say you've reached the top. You're at the zenith of your power or something like that. And I was like, oh no, I'm not. Now it was 2 seconds after that they said, well, for where you're at or something like that. And it's like, okay, so you modified that because, all right, you listen, all right. Because I know that I'm probably maybe at best, half the size. Not even half the, maybe a third of one. I bet I'm a quarter of the size of what I was supposed to grow into by now. Long time ago. Oh, does that, would that freak people? I heard, from one of the guys, he's like, you've outgrown your place, where you're at. And I'm like, okay, we have gotten to that point again where we're definitely being definitely being the man, because you got to have the man with you to be the man. And am I happy about that? Yeah. Would I be proud of that? Yeah. Yeah, sure would. Boys are back in town, though. I can say not the boys, but the man is back in town. So, yeah, I'm real happy about that. Um, yeah, I guess we're gearing up. We're beginning to feel that, and we want to. I also want to say thank you very much for the songs. The songs are being sung. The singers are singing and singing and singing, and the bird songs too. I love it. Thank you. I'm very grateful for the increasing certainty in all that we think, feel, and do. Um, these are nice promises. I was listening to CJ, and he was just like, and now your perfect, beautiful life of reward and contentment, peace and love has begun. And I had to go back and listen to it twice, and take notes, because it was just so, you know, fairy tales come true, and God is real, and He's got you. He's bringing you into Beulah, into the land of Beulah, or something like that, perhaps. But this predictions of no more struggling, no more stress, that we'll wake up refreshed and rested, you know, every day, looking forward to all that's before me, and the activities ahead, without sorrows or lack of any sort, and never afraid, especially since my experiences, is enjoyable, and my circumstances not harmful, not dangerous. I'll accept that. I say that's kind of the way I thought it was supposed to go, especially after you got to the point where you're like, hey, wait a minute, you people aren't me. I've got this other thing to do. But again, the circumstances and the way things turned out, it sort of left us in a lurch, I guess. Heard this song the other day by a woman named Rosanne Cash. I don't know if she's any relation to Johnny or not, but it was called The 7-Year Ache. And I'm going to have to listen to it again, but for whatever reason, it seems so very significant. And I I am going to go back and listen to it again. But the part about being a living, that you'll know that you're a living legend and a walking miracle, I would say, went right over the top. It was like, wow, he went there, and that was really spectacular, unbelievable. But of course, it was spectacular, and I think yesterday I might have seen Shaquille. Yeah, God bless the man. I was trying to listen to something about the one of them was doing something or other, and we pulled a Casper on him, I guess, which I've been known to go clear, as anything is, or could be, or white, or blue. Um, and I am very happy about the, yeah, I don't know what they were talking to, because whenever I tried to listen to it, it was again this, what seems to be, it might be a feminine thing, okay? I don't know exactly what's there. I can't say exactly. But it might be one of those things where it might be feminine. But it seems like a need, instead of just giving you the message and like, here's what happened, and this is what happened, and these are the results, and da 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 da, with maybe some commentary on that. Uh, I've seen an awful lot of these people seem to be stuck in this need to rehash every last damn detail. Oh, these people did this and these people did that, and we want you to relive it all again, and just anything we can do to draw this out as long as possible, and you be all up in the air and puffed up about it or something like that. And I was, yeah, goodbye, because Your message wasn't about what happened and what we're doing, but again, just about, oh, them. And again, this whole thing of, and there I see the headline again right now about, oh, they see now that God, what God was doing. Again, you know, you that we've rejected, you're rejected. It doesn't matter what you say or do. You're not coming back. You're not going to be welcome here. That's just simply that. You're not part of the team. You never have been. It doesn't matter what lies you tell. Oh, I know exactly what you've been doing. I know how you played it. I know who you're playing for, and it's not been me. You're not on my team. You're not on the team of light. You don't have light. You're not going to have access to me. You're not going to use my energies. We're not here to benefit you, not in any way. You're on team darkness. You chose death, the eternal death, be black, magic, and all that stuff, and you hate and you're sadistic, and I know these things. I've seen it in you. Again, do we wish you death forever? No, but you chose as you chose, and we're not here to go down with you or to get stuck with you, to be in a cycle where we're going up and looping up and down, stuck to something like that. Nah. If I'm going to ever get in a loop like that, we're never quite there, but we're never going to be going down low to anything like that. There's no love in it, as far as I know. It just doesn't qualify. So again, don't return. Just stop it. Everything you've done is criminal, and if you continue to try to connect with me against my will, it's just you're the enemy invading. That's all it is. Which that means you're criminal. You're trying to commit a war against us. You're not me, and I'm not you. The forces of darkness, all that is the kingdom of darkness, the princess of darkness, is not me. We don't agree to take it on. Neither are we compelled to do so. Again, we're the day, and we do what we do in what we can to bring back people from the darkness, but we're not joining the darkness. We're not going to be in connection with the damn darkness. They're not going to have access to me, and we're not going to do anything at all like that. Instead, we're just a day going our way, and you can call me a lonely day, but I'm happy with them of the day, and we don't need anything else. We're not accepting anything else. We're going that way, the high road. That's just that. Goodbye.